That must have been a
Hello
short
and welcome to
pleasantries.
next time.
Sorry.
Uh-oh.
Hello and welcome to another episode of the Regulation Podcast. This is number 6. My name is Geoff Ramsey. With me, as always, Andrew Panton, Nick Schwartz, Eric Bador, and I guess also Gavin Free. Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Hello.
How's everyone doing?
Pretty good, actually. We just played
Good.
Fallout 76 together and had a fun time.
Oh, that's great.
We've been playing video games like you wouldn't believe.
It's pretty ridiculous. We've made not 10 Let's Plays in the last 2.5 days.
It's been nonstop.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone really wanted to stop. We just depleted all of our energy.
Yeah. You just you gotta know, you know? It's like those people that have that weird disease where they don't feel pain. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
I could go doing Let's Plays like that in that configuration until I pass out with the controller in my hand, I think.
Yeah, it's weird to have my want to make them doesn't go away, but the energy does. So it's just I wish I could.
Yeah.
It's I guess I need to sleep and then I'm ready to do them.
Andrew, we played 76 together. It was kind of a clusterfuck. We're gonna cut a lot of it out because we were having trouble figuring out how to how team leaders worked and how missions worked and stuff.
Okay.
But at the very end, we discovered. I don't think this is gonna fuck the video by talking about it ahead of time. Burn Dog was in the game and fucking with us the entire time. He was throwing grenades at us. He was shooting us. We had no idea. We just kept Gavin to be like, "Did somebody shoot me?" And everybody's like, "Shut up, idiot." And then at the end, he dropped a nuke on Gavin. It was the funniest fucking
Oh my God.
Yeah, I would constantly see grenade indicators, and I would just assume, because that's the run of things in this department for a decade, is that someone chucked a grenade at me. But I didn't really push it. I didn't really try and find out who it was. No one owned up to it. It was none of us.
It also kind of reads like a Bethesda bug. Like I would be like,
Yeah.
oh, is there something in the, what is happening?
we went into a vault area and we came out and there were just grenades dropping constantly and I was like, oh, we're in a grenade area. We got to get out of here. I just assumed it was a part of the fucking map.
Like it's a raid.
Oh, that was so funny. I watched a bunch of
that's
clips
funny.
he sent me of him going invisible and sniping Gavin from across the room and shit.
Why was he targeting me specifically?
Well, why wouldn't he?
That's
Yeah,
fair.
you know why. You know the answer to that question.
You know you.
He was like Knoxville in the first Jackass movie with the horn, the air horn at the golf. That's just what I'm imagining. You guys getting ready, setting up stuff, and then just boom.
I turned around the corner and the back of my head got shaved.
Yeah, he's just throwing grenades at us to help with his bursitis. That's awesome.
Eric's been doing his Bam Margera impression for 2 days straight.
It's great. I like no one ever laughs, so it's fun that somebody laughs at it.
Oh my God, it's been tickling me. I can't stop laughing.
Oh my God. Look at you, Regulation fan.
Hey, real quick,
Look
I
at
wanted to give a shout out. So, as y'all know, last week I went to Boston to go to the Celtics Game 2 finals game against the Dallas Mavericks, and Boston won. It was awesome. It was probably a top 3 moment in my life, I would say. Being in that room with 27,000 other Boston fans watching us win. But in the hotel we were staying at, I ran into a guy who worked at the hotel who's like, oh shit, hey, what's up, Geoff? And he was like, oh, I'm a Regulation listener, comment leaver now. And it was a really nice dude named Peter. And we struck up this conversation. He worked at a restaurant and he was trying to get us to come back and give us a hookup. But we ended up missing a boat and our whole night got thrown out of whack, so I never made it back there. But then the next day, he also worked at the game in the pro shop. And so he had made for us all this Regulation fan Celtics jersey, number 24. It's official. Wow. You can see it actually has the NBA Finals patch on the back of it.
That's so cool.
Which is really hard to get. You got to basically go there to get it, right? And so just the nicest dude, his name's Peter. So I just wanted to say thank you to Peter for the jersey and for the support. And it was really, really nice getting to talk to him and hang out with him for a few minutes. And just such an awesome piece of Regulation gear from the NBA Finals that we can all enjoy.
Maybe we should make some cheeky, those little challenge coins that people do. And it just says legendary listener.
I was going to kind of talk to you guys about something like that.
How about yeah. or just legend.
Just legend in general.
You're a legend. Here you go. You're a legend. Here you go.
Are you gonna wear it to Game 4?
I don't think I'm gonna go to Game 4. I considered it. Tickets are super expensive, and it's a big drive. And then I don't know. I don't want to be surrounded by a bunch of Dallas fans when we win the championship, and then I have to get back to my car. And also like I had such a genuinely beautiful experience that weekend. Like it was just one of those perfect weekends, and it was so kind and wonderful of Emily to surprise me with it. And I just don't think even getting to watch them win, I don't think would be better than the experience I already had. So I think I'll probably save money.
I would love to see you in a Dallas crowd wearing a regulation fan jersey that's a Celtics theme in the event that they sweep. That would be great.
Wearing
my
it for the
regulation
last
beat
time.
down. Yeah.
I mean, definitely coming back full of regulation holes.
Dallas is a you get shot kind of city. I don't want to do that.
Well, it's in a you get shot kind of state like Texas.
That's true.
Quick on the draw. Speaking of last week and some of the stuff we did, games, I feel very vindicated. Last episode, we did opera. I did the opera, explain my opera thing. And I learned after the fact that my partner was on a call in the other room, and somebody said on the call, "What is that noise? It sounds like opera music." And it's the most vindicated I've ever felt. Felt great
They
about
said
it.
it sounded like opera, not emotional noises.
No, they didn't say emotional noises. Listen, they knew more than I did. I thought it was sheet music, to be more clear. I thought they were singing like the equivalency of notes, not that there were words associated with those things.
What do you mean the equivalency of notes?
Well, you know how like a guitar, when you strum a guitar, it's notes. Those are sounds.
Oh.
But you don't go wow wow wow. You don't sing those notes.
I mean, I do it sometimes.
Duh.
Listen, that feels like it could be a note.
Well, here, maybe this will help with your vindication. I checked on
Okay.
the subreddit today because there was a poll up. Did you know that opera was words before Andrew's revelation? And I went ahead and answered truthfully, so I can see the results.
Wow,
it's pretty
30%?
close.
I'll take that.
78% said yes. Or I'm sorry, 78 people said yes. I knew they were actually words. 3 people said no.
Well, it's still 30%. Let's focus on the 30% instead of the 7-3.
Now, here's the thing. I put up polls on what we talked about. So on Twitter, what language is opera? Is it Italian or blah, 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 which is what we said in the episode? Or the other poll was, is opera language or noise? And
5,000 people answered, 30% saying
30%. I feel very vindicated.
You shouldn't.
That's
They're just
hot.
trying to be funny.
you should.
No.
Blah, blah, blah is more fun to click on.
Mr. Bringing in stats all of a sudden reverses his opinion on stats as soon as
No, I'm
it goes
just saying
against
when
him.
presented in that
Mister,
way,
I have
blah,
a
blah,
poll.
blah is far more appealing to click on than the truth.
If I can,
No.
if I can interject, on the subreddit, somebody has put Andrew singing over opera music, and the top comment is, "With the music, I can't tell if that's real opera or Andrew's gibberish." LOL.
Can I listen to this now?
Yeah, go for
I say go for it. Yeah, click on it right there. Give it
Oh,
a
it's
shot.
just a picture of a play button, not a play button.
Oh, yeah.
That is true. Yeah. Welcome. To the
I would have
Here
been
we
tricked
go.
by that too.
Here we go.
Sounds pretty good, doesn't it? It sounded like some opera right there.
it's so fucking.
You'd pay a top dollar for that opera.
It sounds like back alley opera. Like
Yeah, well, that's,
I can imagine you reflected in a dark puddle with rats listening.
You mean like unsafe, performed illegally without the use of anesthesia opera?
That is shockingly good.
shockingly good. I'm the Backstreet Boys of opera. I'm but literally
you just might be.
in the back street.
You're the long back boy of opera.
I am, yeah. I'm like the Phantom, but the long back. It's just like a back brace instead of a mask. I did some research. I've been going a little deep into opera, and I learned about the thing that got me into it. Hitman, as I said, has that opera sequence. Hitman is so fucking good. The opera in Hitman is, I guess, like a really famous one called Tosca. And part of the plot of that opera is somebody's, like one of the main characters is an actor. Their lover is like spying on them and they get murdered. And the lover who's spying interprets it as an acting performance. They think that they're acting out this scene when in reality they're just being murdered. And they like run up after the fact to like check on them and then realize like, holy shit, they're actually dead. And that is the exact mission in Hitman. You're recreating the opera that they're performing can be recreated within the game because you can like swap out the fake gun with a real gun. So they die while doing that sequence. And one of the targets is their lover who is watching. That's
Isn't
so
it in
cool.
Bond as well? Isn't it in Quantum? Well, I feel like it was also in... There was like a Bond and a Mission Impossible back-to-back that had opera assassinations in it. But I don't know if any of them were Tosca.
They did, but I don't think it was Tosca. Yeah. Didn't they? Was there a flute in the Mission Impossible one? Like a flute sniper? Am I imagining that? Doesn't somebody pull out a sniper rifle?
Yes.
Like,
what is that? What is that? Is that Mission Impossible?
It is. It is that one.
It is.
Is
You're
it a
right.
flute sniper?
Yeah.
Am I crazy? Or is it just a silver sniper? I feel like they pull out a flute.
I started typing flute sniper. It autocorrects to Mission Impossible flute
fuck
sniper.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Now that is some Hitman ass shit. That is, if they're not playing Tosca, Tom Cruise is playing Hitman. That's ridiculous. Why is that like a thing that I know, but is not an insane thing that I know, if that makes sense? Like there's a flute sniper, Mission Impossible. That's ridiculous.
You just pay attention to snipers.
What a dumb thing.
Maybe you're just a big sniper guy.
I imagine Saving Private Ryan, but the sniper is using a flute sniper the entire movie. Just to really changed the tone of that one character.
What if it actually went when you shot it?
Oh, you can play different notes? Like they're sniping and like holding the keys and just now we're in a Zack Snyder movie. We've changed genres. What would be the best sniper instrument? Is it a flute? You can't do
I want a trumpet.
Does a trumpet? I think a trumpet works.
I want because when I shoot someone with my sniper trumpet, I just then immediately I want to hit him with the.
You could kill a room full of people with that little sequence. Well, the thing with the flute, though, he's not shooting it like you would play a flute. Whereas I feel like with a trumpet, you could actually be playing the trumpet while shooting. Because a flute, you'd have to fire sideways, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I guess you would. That's a good point. I was thinking like a tuba wouldn't work because it goes down and up. You'd have to like hold it and twist it, and that'd be awkward.
Yeah, it's too bad there's no like bazooka-esque musical instruments. Well, there's our.
What is that? A little trumpet
There's the
revolver?
thumbnail. Thank you.
It's just a little trumpet gun.
That looks like a Starfield mod.
The retrumper.
The retrumper, yeah, or like a Saints Row weapon.
Man, speaking of movies, I was just channel surfing the other night, and I landed on The Great Outdoors with Dan Aykroyd and John Candy, which I hadn't seen in probably 30 years, like since I was a teenager maybe. And I didn't remember if it was good or not. It's not great. However, Summer Rental was on right after it, and that is a phenomenal fucking movie. Really, really good. But in The Great Outdoors, there's a scene where they shoot a bear with a shotgun and it shaves off its butt. And so there's this butt, right? And it got me thinking, is there's another angle of it. The bear runs away. The bear's ass is essentially a human ass in the movie, right? Which got me thinking, is a bear's ass really a human ass, or is that purely for comedy? If we were to shave all the animals in the world, how many of them would have human butts?
Definitely a lot of monkeys.
Well, yeah, clearly all the apes and monkeys and yeah, all that stuff, gibbons and orangutans, those are all going to have human-y butts. But stuff that's a little to the left of our our developmental tree, like, does I don't know, what's a hairy animal?
I'm going the other way. What if it like turns out that like turtles have huge fucking asses that they're just hiding? You just don't see
What
in
if?
that shell.
They don't have fur though.
Yeah, but they're covering it up with.
But
the
they are
shell.
covered, yeah.
You can't see what's going on. You just see the little tail.
What about like a donkey or a horse? Does that?
Yeah, or like
seem
what does a
something?
squirrel's ass look like? Does a squirrel
Yeah.
have a human ass?
Okay. Okay. Wait. Hang on.
Or like a shaved panda ass? Most
trying to
human
Found the
animal
dog with the
asses.
found the dog with the most human
What?
ass.
That's unnerving.
That straight up is just a
That dog's
a
throwing it
man's
back.
butt. I don't think a chicken has a butt. I feel like I've seen a
Animals
plucked
with
chicken.
Human asses.
They don't really have butt cheeks, do they?
No, not really.
Ooh.
I'm just trying to imagine like a
Okay.
like a raw one.
Something's up with. There's something up with this.
It's
like It's like a sheep or a goat or something.
What the?
I don't know. This
I just feel like I'm about to see a bunch of shit that I don't like.
Yeah.
This is, what the fuck is happening here?
I just don't know if a bear has a human ass or if it was purely for effect. Shaved bear ass. How about that? Bear
What if like a
ass.
sparrow had a really meaty ass and no one ever knew?
Oh my god, have you ever seen a picture of a shaved bear?
No.
Why would they shave a bear?
No! Don't look here.
Oh.
Dear.
Like maybe it's got a skin condition or something.
Looks like the dogs didn't have fur.
Those
It
Sholo
looks
dogs.
kind of like an
Yeah.
elephant.
Or
Oh,
like
you know
a
what?
cat.
Here's an actual picture of a bear ass that looks kind of human. Here, I'll show you. I guess they are.
Ted?
That Ted.
You're-
You sent a
you're-
picture of fucking Ted.
What the?
Looks like a human ass. That's a good show, by the way.
Wow, what a
So trumpet guns.
Gavin, get us anywhere else. Take us somewhere.
I'd kill this bear with a trumpet gun. I'd get rid of that. That's terrifying.
Anyway, if you watch The Great Outdoors, pay attention to the bear's giant human ass.
I became a lawn guy.
Yeah? How's that going?
Yeah, it's hot.
It sort of comes with the territory living in Austin and being a lawn guy.
I was reading about what to wear, and they were like, "You gotta not wear shorts. You should wear long pants."
Yeah.
Pretty uncomfortable. And I guess you only really mow in the summer.
Mhm.
I'm rethinking it.
You're
Yeah, it's cool.
you might not be a lawn guy?
Yeah, glad you fired your guy, man. This is good.
Well, I could get a new guy, or the same, crawl back to the same guy. But I feel like I'm gonna stick it out throughout the summer and see if maybe I just get a tolerance for it.
I think don't listen to the wear long pants, wear long sleeve. Just wear whatever. Just get out there, put some sunglasses on, wear a hat. You're fine. Just get out, get after it. Just do
Is
it.
there like those beer hats with the straws?
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Is there one that instead of putting straws into my mouth, it just leaks the water onto my head?
Mm.
I think
Yeah,
that's just
probably.
like a towel.
Mr. Hat. Like a Mr. Hat. I bet that exists.
Yeah, but if you look up Mr. Hat, that's
Is that like a Mr. Man?
that's why when I started looking, I found I looked up Mr. Hat, and it's just the
not
character
what I
from
wanted it.
South Park.
It's not what I wanted it to be.
And then here's an old guy selling me trilbies or whatever.
Here you go, Gav. Here you go, Gav. I got it. You're fucking hooked up right here. Oh wait, no, that doesn't.
Because I was just thinking of putting the beer hat on and just stabbing both cans and filling them
Yeah.
with water.
You could definitely do
That-
that.
Yeah.
Why don't you just get like what if you got like a floppy hat? You know what I mean? And then like soaked it and then put it on. So that way it's like a constant 360 drip and it's
Wet
keeping you
hat.
cool. Like dunk that in cold water
Yeah.
and then put it on. You know what I mean?
You could even freeze it.
Freeze the hat, an ice hat?
Yeah,
That's
make it an ice
idea.
hat.
Dude, I'm going to soak it, freeze it, and wet. Oh, that's going to be hard to put on, probably.
Well, no, you got to put something like put a watermelon, put
Yeah.
a melon
Okay.
in the wearable part when
I
it
got it.
freezes.
I got it. I got it.
Yeah.
You're good. You're good. Here we go. So it's a solar-powered cooling hat that has a little fan in the front. And it looks like a cowboy hat, and it will make you cool.
I love that. I'm going to try all these things.
How about this? What if next time you cut the grass, you let me come over and I'll take the hose and I'll follow you around and I'll just hit you with the hose every once in a while on the mister setting, not the jet, obviously.
Yeah. Well, I don't want too much water. I don't want to mow wet grass.
Well, I'll come up from behind you, or you could like take a step back. I can hit you and you can go forward.
Okay. Let's try all three of these methods
Okay.
and I'll rate them.
I'd be happy to follow behind you and hit you with a hose.
Did you have the nacho helmet that we made before? Do you have one of those?
Yeah.
I feel like you could put that on, drill a hole in the top of it, and then fill it with water while you're wearing it.
Oh, you want me to wear it upside down?
No. Like you put it on,
Yeah.
and there's a hole in the very top of it, and then you get a hose and you fill that with water above
What do
your
you mean
head.
fill? How am I filling it if it's upside down on my head? If it's, the
It's
right
not
way up
upside
on my
down.
head.
Well, you know what? This is me thinking about me wearing a hat and that it won't come down and that I got a lot of room
Oh,
up
you think
above.
that it would be sealed on?
Yeah, but I'm realizing that your head will just fit and there will be no room. I made that suggestion purely in my own life experience and forgetting that other people can wear hats properly.
So on your head, it would sit like a
Yes.
shell on top of your head.
Yes, it would. And
be
so it would
full
work.
of liquid with your actual head underneath the entire hat.
Yeah, like there would be a little bit of a seal because it wouldn't go all the way down. It would just hit the top and then rest. And then there would be a giant, just open container, essentially, that would be fillable.
Have you actually tried to wear that hat?
Yeah, I have. No, doesn't work.
You know those pliable little ice packs you can get that are like gel that will go in, I don't know, like a sleeve that you'll put on like a sore muscle or whatever. You just freeze them and then you just they're kind of pliable and malleable, but they're cold. What if you just glued a bunch of those to the inside of a large baseball hat and then freeze your baseball cap and then just cram that on your head?
Sounds like I'm going to be in the summer lab.
You might be. And you make two of them, and then after like 30 minutes or whatever, when that one starts to not be cold anymore, you just grab the other one, throw that one back in the freezer.
Oh, Gavin, I got a product for you. I have a product. I didn't know that this is an actual thing, but you could get yourself one of these. A nice little cooling vest. Look at that.
Oh, wow.
It's a vest that you could have ice in and just drive around feeling all cool.
That's cool. And
perfect.
also, if someone wants ice for a drink, I could lend them one.
Absolutely.
Oh, just peel off a couple. Be like, oh man, my soda is so hot now, and you're like, don't worry, bruv, I got you. And then you throw me like 6 ice cubes.
Yeah,
Mhm.
and I could open my waistcoat like that, like what you sell in sort of manner.
Yeah.
and see if I just walk the trail maybe and see if I can flog some ice. I bet I could make
Iceman.
$50 selling ice cubes.
Iceman.
You potentially could. Maybe try to find lemonade stands they're not cooling properly and be like, I got you. How much?
Yeah,
want
as long
for
as you
this?
don't mind an ice cube that's been like rubbing against my sweaty shirt, then I
Well,
think
listen, they're not gonna drink it. They don't care. They're selling it.
okay. So I'm like the wholesaler of ice.
You are, yeah. I think this will work great. I think you should get this.
It definitely, you have an extended season in Austin, a lot of earning potential. You're going to be able to do this until mid-October, guaranteed, probably.
Does Lanina turning into what?
Oh boy, let's hear
Does
that.
that have
again.
any impact?
La Nina?
La
La Nina or El Nina?
Yeah,
Wait,
whatever
that
those
is-
are.
Is
Yeah,
that like
that has huge
a
impact.
heat wind thing? What is that?
Yeah, I think so. I keep hearing that it's changing from one to the other. Does that have an impact on the summer? Is it going to be
Of course.
hotter?
Yeah, it'll
than
have some
normal?
sort of an impact that nobody here is smart enough to understand or tell you about.
Well, there we go. That's another thing you need to consider, Gavin. You are picking what potentially is an abnormally hot summer to do this.
Or dry, abnormally dry summer.
It's true.
Or
You mean
wet.
to start mowing or to start selling ice?
Both actually. I think it makes the mowing more difficult, but the ice selling more easy.
Okay.
I think it works for you and against you.
Do they make a mower that just has a backward-facing mister?
Oh,
I think you would just have to put that on your mower, right?
That's
I don't think
lab
they'd have to
work
make
right
one.
there.
Yeah, that's big
Yeah.
time summer lab work.
Yeah.
That's easy peasy.
what about a mower that is like an RC car, and you could just be in the house looking out a window, steering this thing?
A
Well, they
kid
make
comes to play
those.
with it, gets his hands chopped off.
You can buy a robot mower.
Yeah,
Those
and
exist.
somebody I think on the subreddit or in the Discord was talking about it, and they said the most shocking thing about Gavin becoming a lawn guy is that I just assumed that he was like a robot mower guy already, and I agree with that. I just would have thought that he had a robot mower.
That, to me, though, is no different than just paying the guy. I'm probably going to spend like 3 years worth of paying someone to buy this frickin' mower that you know is going to mow in like weird shapes and get stuck and need to charge. And I'm not a part of it. I feel like that's the same. I wanted to get into it. I wanted to get stuck in.
You're in now.
Well, you're in,
real
yeah.
stuck. Oh, you're stuck.
Stuck to my frickin' shirt.
You got to pop that tarp off, dude. Go shirtless, short shorts. Give Meg a show. Put on like get like a wet towel and like wring it over yourself. She'll love it.
Yeah,
There
dude.
has
What
to
do they
be.
say? If you can't get out of it, get into it. You turn into this sexy yard guy.
This is
You know what you need? You need a fishnet. You need like a fishnet T-shirt,
Yeah.
kind of like Frodo wore in 50 First Dates.
Sam.
What?
What if you get
Sam,
like a
Samwise. Sorry.
Oh.
That could be you, Gavin, right there.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I feel like as long as we print that image on the inside of the fishnet, that could be me. That would be sick,
Get
actually.
into
That would.
it.
I wonder if there is a fishnet with abs under it shirt.
This is Gavin.
That's awesome.
There's something about Mary, Sean.
We need to get you those glasses too.
I went and saw Furiosa. It was nice to see Andrew in that movie.
Oh, I'm in it.
You're in it?
Unbreakable Nose.
There's a character called Piss Boy.
Oh no.
He was like keeping the engine cool with jars of piss.
Listen, I innovate.
There's also a character called Rictus Erectus, which I think was in the last one too. But I'm pretty sure I named one of my worms something like that before these movies.
Oh, you think they stole your name?
You think George Miller
definitely.
was watching
I
the
think
Worms
George
Let's
Miller's a
Plays and taking
Big
notes?
achievement on that. I just thought that was a crazy coincidence. I think mine was Rectus Erectus, but he had Rictus Erectus. But pretty damn close.
Pretty damn close. I wonder if Jack knows about it.
If you have any ice cubes to spare for my piss engine, Gavin, it is running hot. I'm doing my best over here, but
Have you ever
Collaborating.
collected any of your piss?
no, I haven't. I thought we deemed I'm not piss boy anymore. I thought that was a whole thing with this podcast.
We
Did
could put
somebody
it to
else
the
become
audience.
piss boy?
Who is
No,
Piss
we
Boy?
already did this. This is the first episode of this.
You know what they say? Everything old is new again.
Oh yeah.
Wait, we did a Piss Boy poll?
I feel like there was a vote on it, but at the very least, there was a declaration that I wasn't.
There was an attempt to pass it off to the piss rat thing, but I think we just have two. I think we have a piss rat and a piss boy.
Oh yeah.
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 It's like a whole league of piss superheroes.
Well, and Geoff, you were recording your piss, so we've got a piss rat, a piss recorder, and just a generic piss
Yeah.
watcher.
I'm like Piss Mike.
Your name is
I don't-
Piss Mike?
Yeah, because I'm always recording piss. I mean, you guys call me something different. I'm just throwing that out there.
I would just go with Piss Man, but I mean,
But that Gavin
Piss
or
Mike
Nick
is
might
really
need that
weird.
eventually. We don't know what they're going to be.
Did we ever talk about how I added my first, because on the new work Slack, we have Regulation Farts as one of our channels.
Oh,
Yeah, we do.
I contributed my first ever one recently.
I had so many questions about it too. We haven't talked about this. First of all, why? Why did you do this? What was the inspiration? What caused this to happen?
I wanted to be like my friend Geoff.
Okay. And Did you feel like you had a big one? Like were you excited about this?
I felt
What was
like
the feel?
I had an absolute monster brewing. It just came out of nowhere, and I'm known for my notoriously weak farts. I can never get them to do anything apart from just eke out. And I felt like this one was going to be a huge one, and it was pretty lackluster. It sounded like my anus wanted it back at the end.
Like farter's regret.
Yeah. And
if I had to put like a visual representer on it, it would be like maybe in Kill Bill where she digs out of the grave. Like it really did not. It was not intended to escape.
So you didn't think it was very good?
Oh, it was hilariously terrible.
I loved it.
It was. It brought me a lot of joy. I laughed really hard at it, but as far as power goes, it is insane how little came out.
The fart never got out of second gear, unfortunately.
And I feel like you have a stomach full of air with the sleep apnea or whatever machine. I feel like you should be cranking out bigger farts than that.
It's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Should we put it in? Should we cut it
Yeah,
into
of
the
course.
episode?
Yeah,
All right,
Absolutely.
We'll play it
Yeah,
in
100%.
3, 2, 1. Yeah.
That sucked. Boo.
Oh man, hey, can I tell you guys real fast that our podcast is making a difference, and I have confirmation today.
Ooh.
Oh
Okay.
wow, really?
Yeah, I went out for lunch today. Specifically, I wanted to get an apple pie from McDonald's to have on the podcast. Because we're trying to bring pie representation back. We're trying to get it out there. We're trying to. We think that the world is sleeping on fried pies and hand pies. I went to McDonald's today, and the lady, I said, I'll take a number one and an apple pie, please. And the lady said, I'm sorry, sir, we are sold out of apple pies.
Oh no.
We are sold out of all pies. That means we've activated the regulation listeners and the comment leavers, and people are buying pies in such numbers that even my McDonald's is sold out.
I don't think that means that, but
Exactly what it means.
I'm not sure about that. Maybe I don't know. How do we do this? How do we get the data? How do we get the votes? I guess we could ask the audience if they bought if you've bought an apple pie because of the show recently. Put it in the comments.
Yeah, we need to know.
We need to know. We need to see the
It's a
data.
big. I think it's too much of a coincidence. I have not had any trouble getting apple pies for months and months and months. But the week after we mentioned it on the podcast, suddenly McDonald's doesn't have apple pies.
I wonder if we have the same McDonald's apple pie. Because I think McDonald's kind of makes a bad apple pie of like the fast food apple pies.
What? I don't know what the other fast food apple pies are.
Like Burger King has one that's better. A&W has one that's better.
Whataburger.
I haven't had that one.
I feel like Americans really hate Burger King.
They do.
Well, it sucks, I think, is probably the problem.
But they fry the pie, which is, I think, a better experience than the baked pie.
Fried pie.
Ooh.
Like
Yeah.
a deep fat fryer pie?
Yeah, like a deep fryer pie for
Wow.
the shell. So it's crunchier as opposed to just a baked pie.
Deep fat pie.
Deep fat pie, exactly.
We should have a pie off in someday soon.
Fast food pie off?
The next time we need to do like in-person stuff, maybe we should all go out and bring a different. Here's what we do. We all meet up, but we all have different pies from different fast food restaurants, and then we'd have a pie taste test. And we'll give it all to Andrew ahead of time so he can collect them as well or get his closest. And then we can see who makes the best.
But they're
Fast food
different
pie.
from place to place, aren't they?
That's like saying all hamburgers are different from place
like
to
in
place.
Canada. I mean, like
I don't know.
Well, it depends.
I really
I'm
don't
not
know.
sure. Sometimes menu items are different. Sometimes they're the same for that stuff. I'm trying to think of other places that have apple pies.
I don't know. Does Taco Bell still do like their little apple empanada thing, or they don't do that anymore?
I don't know. Top Notch has apple pies.
Top
McDonald's
Notch
has
does,
apple
yeah.
pies. Burger King has apple pies. I'm pretty sure. Whataburger definitely does. I don't know about Wendy's. I'm all right. I'm going to look into
Wendy's
it.
is
I'm going to look
frosty
into
only, I'm pretty sure.
Wendy's is frosty only. Is that what you
As
said?
far as desserts go, yeah.
Mm,
Do they do
I
anything
see.
outside of that?
Maybe not.
I don't think so.
it. Checkers has an apple pie.
I don't think
Oh,
there's a
man.
Checkers or a Rallies here.
You're probably right. Best
Does
apple
Lee's
pies.
have apple pie?
Arby's has one. Burger King, Popeyes, McDonald's. Yeah, there's a bunch.
Oh, Popeyes has one?
Apparently.
I don't think I've had the Popeyes one.
I haven't either.
Gavin, you excited for this?
I was trying to think about what happened with the pies we made. Did that thing turn out good?
You haven't released that yet. I don't think.
Yeah, I need to edit that. I finished the Croutoff. That should be out. I
Oh.
think, or about
Yeah,
to
by
be
the
out.
time this is out, Croutoff is out. So go check out our Regulation Podcast channel on YouTube and watch the Croutoff.
Churches has one. Oh my God. Panda Express has one.
Jeff
Taco
isn't-
Bell
Jeff
does
isn't
have
doing the
one.
podcast. He's doing pies.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Piecast.
I'll run a pie gauntlet.
Yeah, I'll go with you.
I mean, I'm totally down for this. We just have to figure out the format in which we do this. But I do think our pie's pretty impressive. So I'm excited to see when that video turns out.
I legitimately think of all the people that I know in real life. I could genuinely lure Nick out of his house with breadcrumbs. I feel like
Yeah, absolutely. 100%.
That's probably true.
I think I could catch you in a trap. I think I could put anything on the ground.
Nick is the most Hansel and Gretelable of us all.
Oh, absolutely. Nick would 100% accidentally find a body thinking he was following a trail of condiment and read all about it.
Oh, yeah.
Hansel and Gretel in shorts.
Oh, no.
It's Looney Tunes ass fucking caper.
Exactly.
He just goes like, oh, a cookie. And that's it. It's game over for this fucking guy.
Oh, a slice of pepperoni.
Hansel and Gretel go missing because Nick's just eating the crumbs.
He follows it. It goes into an oven. He climbs in just like in the cartoon.
Oh, no.
Jeff, you're left-handed, right?
Yeah, thanks for asking.
And married.
Yes, thanks for asking.
Does
Or
your
saying.
wedding ring go near your butthole?
That's such a good question. That's such a good question.
Because I'm not a ring guy, but Meg just got this Aura ring thing that tracks her sleep and stuff, and I was like, oh, that looks cool. And I've never worn a ring, but I was wondering, like, do you take off your ring to wipe?
No, I don't, but I see what you're saying. It's definitely in the area, but I mean, with folded toilet paper, it's between you and the poop. Like,
He's got it all over the ring. I don't trust this at all.
Because my knuckles are out sometimes.
I can't think of the last time I got poop on my hands in that way.
Hmm.
I did get poop all over my pants and my shirt and my shoes and a chair, 2 chairs today,
What?
though. That was fun.
What?
It's got to be more
I was-
hygienic.
Playing
what
in the backyard with the dog, and I guess at some point I stepped on poop, and then somehow I sat Indian style, and it got everywhere. It just got everywhere.
God.
It just got everywhere.
That's miserable.
You sat cross-legged with your shoes on.
I just had like my shoe. I just like my foot. It's hard to explain. I can take a picture.
No, thank you.
Yeah, do it. What do you mean, no thank you?
No, I'm good.
Let's see it.
All right, so Gavin's poop boy. Got it.
If I didn't want to hear about poop stories, there wouldn't be this podcast, I assume.
Yeah.
It's not even hearing about it. I don't want to see the picture.
There's no poop in the picture.
I didn't think he was taking a picture of the poo. I thought he was doing about like what he did.
Definitely
Like
thought he was-
recreation.
I definitely thought it was.
Why
gonna be
would
a
I
poop
take
picture.
it? Why would I still have access to the
You-
poop?
I
cleaned up 5 hours ago.
If you told me that you'd already taken pictures of the poop everywhere, I totally would have believed you. I would have been like, yeah, of course you did.
No, I didn't take any photos of the poop. I wish I had now. No, I was
See?
sitting like
That's
that.
what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
I was sitting like that on a chair, and somehow I guess the poop got everywhere.
This is why I don't wear shoes in the house. That seems like a nightmare.
Yeah.
That's a good call.
You got a
can't
lot
say-
of nice fabric everywhere. That
don't
picture
worry, the
is
poop-
loaded with fabric.
That's upstairs fabric. The poop, it never made it upstairs.
Nice footrest,
was-
by the way.
It was downstairs poop. Oh, my PlayStation footrest. Thank you.
Yeah. Wait. Is it in the same place as it was before you moved?
Yes, I put it back.
Put it back under your.
I moved. It's where it goes. Everything, the place for everything, and for everything in place. I have it right here as a footrest and when I need it, and then if we ever do a PlayStation game, I can break it out. Until then, it gets used every day. How many PlayStation 5s get used every single day?
That's amazing.
Got you there. That's a good point. I was in the lab this weekend.
Oh, hell
Following up
yeah.
from what we did. You guys know about it. Last episode, I booked myself into a whole bunch of different things that I had no intention on going to see if it would make a difference in the nap game. And let me tell you, it was fantastic. It was one of the
so
best
glad to hear
weekends I've ever had. I have a whole system for it now. I'm calling it Meet and Sleep. They meet, I sleep. We have rules for the Meet and Sleep system. I post this in. So rule 1 for Meet and Sleep, if you want to do this at home, no expectation of payment. I don't want them to lose money on my behalf. That would dampen my enjoyment. Can't have that. Rule 2, my space doesn't block someone from attending. You don't want to ruin someone else's opportunity to do things they're excited about. We're not trying to be selfish here. Rule 3, must have at least 6 people confirm going. I don't want a situation
That seems arbitrary.
where, well, no, 6 is like,
No, I
that's
agree.
a group.
You don't want it to be such a size that you not being there materially changes the event.
Yeah, like if you are 25% of the event, you not being there is very noticeable. The more people, the less noticeable it is.
Like the Let's Play earlier?
Exactly. Rule 4 has to occur before 4 p.m. That's just a nap thing. If you want to have like a real deep nap, post 4, it's just going to fuck up your sleep schedule. And then the last rule that I have, no movable chair situation. I don't want them physically moving chairs. So I'm doing mainly outdoor things. And I'm going to keep this up. I'm just going to apply to every outdoor event I could find. Double booked, triple booked on some. I just see it in my calendar. I get a little email the night before and I go, oh, it's going to be a good sleep day.
So wait, you're booking multiple things at the same time?
I was booked for a walking group and a sketch group they overlapped.
This still makes no sense to me. You know you definitely can't make one anyway.
Andrew, let me ask you a question. Does having multiple like that, does it stack your enjoyment?
It does, because I, despite, how I come across this podcast, I take those things, like showing up for things, very seriously. I try to be responsible in that
Clearly.
regard, and being just a total asshole and not at all caring feels so good. It feels so rebellious in the lamest of ways, but I'm getting a lot of enjoyment out of it, and the naps are great. They're so good.
What does it mean, no movable chair?
Like if it's in a coffee shop, they might
Like they've got
designate,
space for you.
Yeah, like they've put a chair down under the assumption I would be there.
Okay.
I don't want to in any way impact these people in a way they have to factor me in.
I think this is essentially how Ted Bundy got started.
What?
Yeah, you start little rebellious moves. You get addicted to it. You gotta just keep one-upping yourself, and the next thing you know, you're killing hitchhikers.
No, there's no one up in it. I'm just enjoying the naps. And the best part is all of these systems automatically invite you to their next event. So I'm getting invites to the next one. I don't even have to go hunting for more. I'm just locked into these groups. I'm just hitting yes, throw it back on my calendar.
What is the most double booked someone has ever been? Like, could you potentially schedule 100 things for 1 p.m. on Tuesday?
I absolutely could. And then that makes me,
That's a
what?
great idea.
It can make me feel like a real important guy. I got to pick. Listen, I'm in high demand on Saturday at 11 to 12.
Sorry,
I can only pick one of these.
I gotta go. I got 100 things at one.
Oh, you know what I'm going to do, though? Instead of one of these 100 things that people want me to be at, I got to sleep. I'm going to have a nap instead. Oh, what a nap. This, I didn't think the best naps I would have before would be when I'd be in bed and I could hear someone mowing their lawn outside and just going, it's not me. I don't got to do that. I'm going to bed. This is great. This tops that. This is a new tier of nap.
I thought, by the way, last week you explained that very well, and I was surprised by how many people in comments I saw were confused by what was going on there.
Did you get it the first time he explained it, though?
Yeah, I did.
Oh, why didn't you say anything?
I did. I think I was the first person to jump in and be like, I got you, and I tried to help. That's why I came up with the idea for the book club.
I'm pretty sure you said nothing.
Well, because I'm listening.
So you were the first one to say something, and also you didn't say anything because you were listening?
I didn't say anything till I said something. That's how saying stuff works.
I appreciate that he took the time to think and process, because that book club idea, it really, This wouldn't have happened without it. So this
There you
is
go.
a great innovation by
I'm
you.
just saying, I thought you explained it pretty clear, and I picked up on it. And then, sure, was it the most clear in the first 30 seconds
No.
of the explanation? Maybe not.
Absolutely not.
But that's preceded by the rest of the conversation. So it's like people still had to go through that entire conversation and still come out not understanding it, which I think is odd.
I didn't interpret Eric not understanding what I was saying by like the information, but just that his brain does not work at all in that way and it couldn't process the why as opposed to the point.
It's like the feeling just
like
doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah, understood what I was saying, but just doesn't at all feel that way. So it's like, what are you talking
100%.
about?
A lot of people did understand and did relate to it in the comments. But once again, it's I don't know if the regulation listeners are are an accurate pool of the human race.
Right. They're saying 30% is blah blah blah
Because-
blah. You know what I mean?
It's basically a bunch of us, and I wouldn't put the 5 of us on a survey for anything and expect accurate results.
That's actually I was against what you were saying until you framed it like that, and now I'm completely on board.
Oh no, I'm putting us firmly in the same pool of people as the
Well,
people listening.
I obviously, I understood that, but I meant like the concept of me taking a survey and somebody then interpreting that to have value to them. A terrible idea.
Yeah.
That is not. Yeah.
I've also, well, I was saying to you over text, I've taken maybe 2 naps.
I want to create like the perfect nap recipe is what I want to do and float it by you. I think I could get you into a good nap position.
See, we're back on the whole let me tuck you in sort of situation. You were having none of it for when I was doing it to you, but
No,
now
I
you want
accepted
to
it.
create
If not, then I accept it now. I'm in.
You're in? Let's help
Yeah.
each other sleep. I'll help you sleep at night. You help me sleep in 2 p.m.
I would take it back even further. I would say that the best way to help Gavin sleep, take a nap, is to get him tuckered out. So I say this goes back to him
Oh.
cutting the lawn
Oh, wow.
while being followed with the mister so that we wear the little guy out so that when it's time to take a nap, he's more susceptible to sleep. And then you
I
guys
like
go
that a
into
lot.
your... Yeah, I think this is a multi-tiered thing.
So what kind of stuff would you put into my... I don't... What?
The recipe? What would the recipe? What would the ingredients
recipe.
be?
Yeah, what are the
Yeah.
ingredients?
For my nap recipe.
Well, I have to like really cater it to you. I can say for me, a new thing I've put into the mix. Have you guys heard of Katie and Orby?
No.
Yes.
Katie, Eric with like that sounded like a
I can't. I
negative
mean,
yes.
that was a weird thing where it's just like I haven't heard those 2 words together in well over a decade.
Katie and Orby is an animated kid show. I think probably intended for preschoolers that I would get on TV as a kid and say, "This is no, I'm not watching this," because it was just still images with narration. And it's incredibly dull. But I have found it to be a fantastic sleep tool recently. It is on YouTube, every episode of it. It's narrated by Leslie Nielsen, and he does an amazing job with his narration.
Was it to send kids to sleep? Or was it to
No,
entertain
it's
them?
like, it's supposed to be life lessons for kids of like learning about saving money was an episode I fell asleep to last night.
I don't know how you can fall asleep to that and also say Leslie Nielsen did a good job.
Well, because it's a very calming, it's like, I'm just cozy. But the premise of like being read a bednight story and then falling asleep,
A bed night story?
a sleep time tale,
Bedtime?
Bed night
a nap time narrative, as some may say.
Can you, Mother? May you read me a sleep time tale?
I'm ready for my bed night story, Mumsy.
Bedtime story, bednight tale.
Uh,
I'm a treasure cove of, or what was it? Trove? What was the?
You're a
They
treasure
both
cove.
work.
Treasure Cove.
They both work. They're both accurate.
I wonder if then, because a still image with narration, it potentially is just like an advanced PowerPoint. I wonder if I could make you
Yes.
the ultimate nap PowerPoint.
I don't think that, and I say this with respect, I don't think you have the level of skill Leslie Nielsen has at this narration game. That man is fake laughing in the most genuinely warm way I've ever heard, and it is like a hug. It is a hug for my
Okay.
ears.
Gavin, can you fake warm laugh real fast?
No, that was a trick.
It didn't. I'm excited to hear
All right,
the
well,
recording.
listen,
because
that was
it
on the
didn't come
spot.
through,
That was on the
So
spot.
that was
That's true.
That was version 1.
Yeah. Well, listen, Gavin's very talented. I believe in you, buddy.
Absolutely, incredibly talented, undeniably. I just don't know if your talent falls here.
I don't know,
All right.
man. He said PowerPoint, and I started to want to fall asleep. I think he might have something there.
Well, that's what this show was intended to be, a visual thing, but it is so non-animated that it just plays entirely because none of the characters talk. It's just Leslie Nielsen providing all of the voices.
Gavin, can you actually make that sleep PowerPoint, and then can we release it as like a Patreon exclusive or something?
Yeah. Should I just try and...
Or just I'll leave it to the public, but just as like a official
Do you want-
regulation sleep aid.
Yeah, I'll do that. I'll just have to pick a really boring topic.
How about like taking a nap? That's the topic. He's explain the benefits of taking a nap. And why you should be drifting into REM sleep right now.
I'm going to work on this.
All the psychological and health benefits.
I can't wait to hear your product. There are a few recipe things that I'm excited about. I want to try to make a recipe, an ingredient list of a great cup of hot chocolate for you, because you hate hot chocolate, and I think that's insane.
Yeah.
I was saying Geoff, you hate it you like black coffee. I can't get you. It's just not for you, I don't think.
What?
But I think I can get Gavin.
Well, I like hot chocolate. That's a totally different product.
Oh, you like hot chocolate?
Yeah, of course. I'm
Kinda
not an
shit on-
asshole. Everybody
Well,
likes
I
hot
brought-
chocolate
nah.
that likes winter and camping. Of course I like hot chocolate.
I brought up yesterday that I want to get into hot chocolate the same way Eric is into coffee, because they're the same thing, essentially.
Yeah, I remember.
You
And
shat all
you
over it.
shit talking. Yeah, you were shit
I didn't
talking.
shit on it.
Yeah, you did.
No, I didn't.
I feel like we all dumped on it, and Andrew took that as people not liking hot chocolate when it's really just insane to drink that much hot chocolate.
No, I don't
okay.
remember shitting on it at all. I'd like to go back and check those tapes because I don't think
You
I was
definitely
against
did.
you. If maybe I was piling on for comedy's sake, but I got no issue with hot chocolate. And I certainly
definitely
didn't
piled
lead
on.
the charge. I remember Gavin being the one that was the most surprised and anti hot chocolate.
My argument is I don't see the point. It's not caffeinated, so there's no reason you don't get energy from it. It's just a cup of hot sugar. I don't know when... It just sounds so much better on paper than it is to actually drink.
Oh, it's delicious, first of all. That's the point. Enjoyment, you sadist. My second point is, Eric, I didn't even consider it from that perspective. I didn't think of it as a thing you drink multiple cups of a day necessarily. As someone who doesn't drink coffee, I don't think of it that way. I was thinking more in line with like there are different types of chocolate and like milk and heating and like the science behind making the cup, I feel like could be very similar between the two.
You know what? You're right. I did shit on you. I shit on you with the idea of replacing coffee with hot chocolate because of the multiple times a day thing. I apologize. I do like hot chocolate, and I think what you're describing here makes sense.
I think what you're saying, Eric, totally is justified. I just didn't even interpret like the cup to cup ratio.
Yeah, I think drinking 2 cups of hot chocolate a day
Whoa.
is fucking lunacy.
Listen, morning and night, I can be sold. No more than 2.
Wake up, kind of get your morning going. You're letting the dog out. You're making stuff
Yep.
happen. You make a hot cup of hot chocolate and sit down and catch up on your morning. That's insane. That's crazy.
That sounds like a great start to the day.
Yeah, I think a lot of the hatred it was framed around Eric having a second cup of afternoon coffee, I think, which
Right.
was why we were talking about it.
No, that was never, felt brought up at the time because I just am now processing. Oh, I could see why. I thought it was just, you guys thought it was ridiculous because it was hot chocolate. And I think that was
it is
led by
ridiculous.
Geoff saying that like hot chocolate is for kids or something. That was your pile-on. I don't remember your exact wording.
It is for kids.
Yeah. Everything
Ah.
you're saying, we're agreeing with. You're like, well, I don't think it's like
Nah.
that. And we're going, no, it's like that. And you're like, well, it's like this other thing. And we're going, yeah, it's like that too.
It's still yummy, but it is for kids.
I'm going to get you a great nap, Gavin, and a great cup of hot chocolate. I'm going to figure it out. You're going to love it.
The hot chocolate could be a part of the nap. If it's got milk in it, it could help you go to sleep.
It could. It's a good point.
How are you going to do this, though? You're just going to give me a list? Because I assume I'm going to actually have to do this.
Yeah, you're going to have to make it, but I'm going to come up with the recipe. I'm already thinking about dark chocolate percentages. You're a dark chocolate. You're probably 80s, I'd say.
Do you trust Gavin to make it and make it faithfully?
I do. Yeah, absolutely.
So say we could have like Nick or an independent arbiter do it.
Oh, that's a good point. I'm not opposed to
I mean,
that
I think
either.
that's a really strong point, but I think of all of us, I trust Gavin the most to be the most scientific and do it the right way.
Yeah, he's a man of science.
Yeah,
That's
the
true.
rest of us, I wouldn't want to do it. Jeff would fuck it up intentionally. Nick might fuck it up accidentally.
What?
That's how it feels.
I have more faith in Nick but I agree with you on the me and you point.
Nick just wouldn't be in his kitchen because he'd be in a box with a stick next to it.
He would be supposed to be making it, but someone put a hamburger under a box and he's
He'd
trapped.
keep getting caught in all of Gavin's kitchen traps. Yeah.
You're about to celebrate the Celtics winning a championship, Jeff.
Well, let's
which
not
is
get
very-
ahead of ourselves. I don't
Well,
want to jinx
it would
anything.
require a historic event that is unprecedented for them.
Yeah, has
to
a team
lose.
ever come back from
No.
3-0?
They
Well, let's
never
not
have.
let's not
never
precedent
happened.
something into existence here.
Never.
It's not gonna happen
It's
now.
literally never happened.
It's a lock. I mean, it would be insane if it didn't. You're about to celebrate, but I wanted to just give a warning to people that were in my position this postseason of having a team that hasn't been in the playoffs for a long time. Like the last time Canucks were in a meaningful playoff position was prior to like TikTok and that, or at least for me, it was. And I fucked up where I love when watching a playoff series, hate watching and winning and then seeing the other teams like subreddit and like content from it just being sad about the loss fuels me during these events. It has backfired massively on TikTok because my algorithm now thinks I'm an Oilers fan and I'm continuing to get Oilers content and updates, and it is haunting me. They are in the finals now. They're playing for the Stanley Cup. The Canucks were eliminated by them 2 rounds ago, and I cannot stop getting these fucking Oilers fans in my feed just talking about the game. I hate it. So be careful.
But they're not winning.
No, they're getting swept. So it's kind of working. But when they were doing good in the Dallas series, I was hating it. You're right. It has kind of come back around, but it has only further put me in the Oilers algorithm. And it's just not a thing I considered. When the Canucks were winning, I was like, this is great. And now, once they eliminated them, having to constantly see Oilers stuff on TikTok was not fun. So I just wanted to give a warning for those in a similar position. Got to be careful with things like TikTok and the algorithm. Maybe stick to Reddit.
Wise
Are you
words.
heeding this warning, Gavin, for the Euros?
Well, I've never used TikTok.
It's coming home.
Should we start getting together to watch England games?
Yeah. Let's
I'll
do
watch
it.
England games with you, absolutely.
Can we do it over Twitch or something? Or should we just do it
Ooh.
as friends? Like, is this a hangout friends thing or a work thing?
Well, I'm sure you can't rebroadcast a football game, can you?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, we definitely should not do that.
We could
I
just
thought-
commentate while we watch it, and then people could be watching it as well.
It's okay, Gavin.
Yeah.
You just hold a controller in the corner. It's all good. We've seen this done.
Like y'all did with the summer game. Well, yeah, whatever. I would like to do it either way. I think
Okay.
that'd be fun.
If we can make it content, I'm up for it.
How many games are they playing? When do they play?
I think they play on Sunday.
Sunday's the first game.
What time Sunday?
It's at 2 p.m.
I
think
can't do
that's Central
Sunday.
time.
I can't make that one, but
Are you napping?
yeah, I got a book. I got a book club, a walk, and yeah.
But there's a
Yeah.
there's a Thursday morning one is the next one on the 20th. So maybe we can make something happen there.
Okay.
Can you make that, Andrew?
Yeah, I'm in for that. What time?
I have a doctor's
11?
appointment that day.
11 a.m. Central time.
Oh, I can
Okay.
make that.
Let's do it.
I was thinking about magazines. You know how a lot of really established, well-known magazines, they have such brand confidence that they just cover up the name of the magazine?
Oh,
Uh huh.
What if we started a magazine, but preload all the confidence in so that no one actually ever knows the name of our magazine?
Oh,
It would take maybe like 28 editions for you to finally figure out what the hell the magazine is called.
that's a funny idea. Maybe instead of like a full magazine, this could be a great way to bring the zines back into the fold.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
You just don't know the name of our zine.
That could be
I love
fun.
it. I think it's a great idea. Can you think we can get Rihanna for the cover?
Oh, I hope so.
Legally, no.
Legally.
Well, like, like her
I see what
agreeing to it. We could put Rihanna on a cover of a zine. Whether she gave consent to that or not is another question.
I just realized the audience is listening to this. The reason we're talking about Rihanna is because Gavin posted an image of a Vogue magazine with Rihanna.
With Rihanna on the yes, great.
For those listening, we
Jeff.
put the stuff that we react to visually in the YouTube version of our
And
podcast.
also on the Instagram. For most
Although I feel like Instagram done by Geoff, YouTube done by Nick, not always completely in sync, not always matched up.
Oh, not at all. Yeah, we're
Maybe
totally different people.
need a little bit of communication between those two branches of the regulation company.
I think it's more fun this way because you get like two different versions. It's like how Taylor Swift has 34 versions of her new album.
Different interpretations of an episode of a podcast.
Yeah, you gotta check it out because like, what did you miss? You gotta watch the YouTube video. Now you listened and you looked at the Instagram, but now you gotta go watch the YouTube video all the way through
Yeah.
to see what's different. You know what I mean? And then check us out on Twitter where 4 of the pictures get posted because that's the limit on Twitter.
I'm enjoying the gameplay as well that is being inserted now to our videos that Jeff and Gavin have filmed so far.
Oh, it's been so much fun.
A lot of fun to watch. Like surprisingly fun to watch.
None of mine have come out yet. I've been going for like Apple TV style screensavers where I'm flying
Okay.
over a city, but in a video game. But I do crash the helicopter in GTA quite a lot, so I'm gonna have to maybe edit around that.
I've been trying to do as little work as possible. Everything's a single take for me. So whatever happens makes it in.
Could you maybe do, I don't know if either of you have any experience with Microsoft Flight Simulator, maybe a video flying somewhere to Deputy Indiana? Could be pretty good.
Bitch, that's a
Oh.
great. You should do that.
Yeah, you should do that.
I could try it. I've never played Flight Sim, but I'll
I
give
haven't
it a go.
either. That's a great idea, Andrew. Fallout today would work. We were looking at that. This is pretty cool. Hey, do you remember a couple weeks? Well, I guess it was last year. We went to Key West together, and we took the ghost tour on the little bus.
Yeah,
The
and Eric
ghosts.
got cursed.
Yeah,
Yeah, unforgettable.
the
Uh-huh.
ghosts and
Yes.
gravestones or whatever the fuck it's called. Well, when we were in Boston last weekend, that company has a tour up there as well. So we decided to take their ghost tour, and it's the exact same fucking thing, except different ghosts. And by the way, Key West one was better. No shade to the one in Boston, but something happened on that ghost tour that I have never experienced in my life. I don't think, and I can't believe, and I'll never understand. We weren't able to get to the bottom of it, and I'll never be able to get to the bottom of it. And it's been itching at the back of my head. You know how they're like, stay with the tour at all times, don't get lost.
Mhm.
We had a grown woman, 40s or 50s, on the tour with her husband, who we were just in the middle of walking through on the Freedom Trail at some point or whatever it's called, and the tour guide stops and he's giving us a lecture about a building, and she walks up to him and she just whispers into his ear mid-sentence, like he's like mid-sentence, and she walks up, doesn't wait for him to stop talking, and just starts talking to his ear, and he's like shocked, and he listens to her for a second, and he goes, I don't know what. And then she just turns around and leaves.
What?
And then the husband's like, honey? And the lady's just gone. She like crosses the street and is gone. And the husband
She had
just
to
is
pee.
like,
I can explain this.
I don't think
got
she did.
this. I got
Bec-
this.
Okay.
She knew a blind side was coming, so she whispered into his ear about maybe changing the vote, and he was not feeling it. So then she used her leave tribal early advantage, and she got out of there. That's what happened.
It's possible. Because what then happened is the husband's like, and he goes and asks the guy, and the guy's like, I don't know what she said to me. And he's like, I don't know. And he starts looking for her. And then the tour continues for 45 minutes or so. And then eventually, or maybe a half hour, because we had to go to a graveyard and stuff. And then we come back out and we get on the bus, and then they go, I can't believe we're saying this. This never happened in the 12 years we've done a tour, but we can't find this woman and we can't leave until we do. So we all had to sit on the bus for another 20, 30
Oh my
minutes
God.
while they found the lady. Like with walkie-talkies, they hunted her down, and then she just got back on the bus and goes, sorry, everybody, let's get back on the tour. And then we just took off.
What was the husband doing this whole time?
He was on the bus. for some of
What?
it. Yeah, like they just didn't know what happened to her. She left her purse, didn't have her phone with her or anything. And I have no idea. I don't think it was the bathroom. It didn't seem like that. But she was gone for like an hour and nobody knew where she was. And the bus was in the same spot the entire time. So she could have found, you know what I mean? Like she was off. She just like went rogue. And they had employees tracking her down. And the guy was literally, he had broke character for a second. It was like, we don't know what to do. Like, we have to find this woman. And then, yeah, it was the weirdest fucking thing. And then the lady came back on, happy as could be. And like, she was a little drunk maybe, but I think everybody in the tour was, you know, except for me. And so it's Boston. I think it's like in the air, alcohol. But yeah, it was just the weirdest fucking thing. And I got no explanation. It wasn't addressed. I ended up missing a boat ride back to my hotel. So we ended up having to go a different way, which was kind of annoying. But like, yeah, it just never seen that happen. Somebody actually got lost on a tour. And that what happens is the tour shuts down until they find that person and everybody is stuck.
What did the husband do when she came back?
I don't know. They were up front. They were just like,
He apologized. He couldn't
tour
get the
took
swim
off.
votes.
And the guy immediately goes back into his shtick about whatever. And yeah, and then everybody, they drew rocks. Anyway, that just popped into my head, and I've been meaning to tell you guys that. The fucking weirdest thing.
Should really draw rocks in more scenarios.
I agree.
It's so exciting.
Like if there's an extra seat on a plane and a bunch of people are waiting, like in reserve, they should have to solve that by drawing rocks. There should be more ways in which rocks are pulled to determine things.
How do they determine that? Is it just whoever was first?
I assume it would be first, yeah, or if somebody
Like
has
higher
maybe like a
miles.
membership or something, yeah.
I also think there should be more immunity idols in the world, and and if you should be able to find them and fucking use them. I know you guys haven't watched this season of Survivor, but goddamn, this is the season of people not using immunity idols. God, what do you think they're there for, dumbass? Anyway, it would be awesome if you could find one like at the grocery store. And be
Did
like,
anyone try and play the podium?
Nobody tried to play the podium this year, but I'd be like, I'm immune from paying for these groceries. I'm just gonna walk out now. I'm immune from prosecution.
I like that idea of like a city saying, listen, there's one idol somewhere within the city limits.
Yeah.
Go find it.
And then as soon as they find it, they have to rebury it out there somewhere.
If there was such thing as an immunity bullet, would you have fired it yet?
Oh,
Shit.
what an interesting question.
Yeah.
No matter what happens with the bullet, no matter what the bullet hits, you're not responsible.
It's a bullet gun, right? It's not like it's a literal bullet and gun.
It's a bullet.
It's not like metaphor.
Well, yeah,
fire
it's
it like a bullet.
it can be a trumpet, but it can be just be a regular gun.
I don't think so. No, I think I'd still have it. Because in Tales from the Borderlands, you have one bullet that you could use, and it's like, oh man, you only got one. Do you want to use it here? And I kept saying no to the point where the characters eventually just found a box of bullets. So I never even got to use the bullet I was saving. So I think that would be me in real life.
In Half-Life 2 Episode 1, I used it on a padlock.
Would you, Gavin? Would you have used your bullet already?
No, I don't think so. I think I'd still have it in the old chamber.
God, I bet I would have used mine before I hit 20. How do you fucking hold on to that? Jesus Christ. The second I found out about it, I'd go looking for something to do with it, you know?
I feel like Eric would also have used his.
I was thinking about it. It feels like the knee jerk would be, yeah, I would have used it, but also I think I would be too afraid to lose it, so I would still have it. But it would be a thing that's constantly on me, and I would learn how to like do tricks with, like, it would like roll it like around my knuckles and stuff.
You keep it on a necklace or something?
Yeah. So at any point, like on the necklace, you know, someone does something, I kind of like lower my sunglasses and like point the bullet at them because then they know.
I'm gonna engrave the word immunity onto a gold plated bullet and just wear it as a necklace, as a talking piece.
You're gonna be on the news.
If we were still working at Rooster Teeth, I would have just suggested in this moment that we should sell immunity bullets. But now that we're not protected by Warner Brothers, I think it's a terrible idea, and I don't want
That's
to do it.
awful.
Yeah, I don't want to do it. But wouldn't it be funny if we were working for Rooster Teeth and we made Tony have to figure that out?
It'd be so cool if it was like a Wild West style duel and like one bullet in the chamber, immunity bullet, the second one. So like, bah, like killing the guy and then firing the immunity bullet to the sky. Oh, be awesome. I like
Wouldn't you want to kill the guy with the immunity bullet though, so he'd get in trouble?
I don't know if I trust the integrity of the immunity bullet. I don't know if it's designed to kill. Is it a killable bullet?
It's a bullet.
I think I would want the guy to be definitely dead before I use the immunity bullet.
So wait, you'd be immune from
What?
shooting the sky? What do you mean?
No,
You
no,
just want to kill a guy.
no. Here,
Oh.
you're not getting this. I think
Sorry.
we have different understandings of how the protocol of the immunity bullet works. I was under the assumption you commit the thing and then you fire the bullet to clear
Why?
yourself of what
Why
you did.
would
What
that
the
be?
fuck
would
why
that
would
go
that
out?
be the way that it works? What
Because-
the fuck
Lord.
are you
Because-
talking about?
Why is it a
Because-
bullet then?
Hot chocolate.
Because it's fun to be like Yosemite Sam and fire a bullet into the air and be like, I'm immune.
The
Like,
only
that's
thing
the
you're immune
cool-
from is what the bullet lands on.
Well, there are things I want to be immune for potentially that don't involve me shooting a thing.
That's
that
the
doesn't
limitation
work.
of this immunity bullet. That's why
Well,
I
then
asked.
the-
I specifically said this is literally a bullet being fired out of a gun, right? Because I had the
yeah.
same thought.
If you shoot a window, you don't have to pay for the replacement. You're immune.
Well, I don't like the immunity bullet then because I want to like
Don't
rob
use
a
it then.
bank.
No one
Well,
gives a shit if you like it. We're saying how would you use it if you use? Oh my god!
It's like you kicking the lamp into the ocean because you don't trust the genie.
Here's
are
the
you
deal.
talking about?
Andrew doesn't want an immunity bullet. He wants an immunity idol.
Yeah, that was really locked in on how like an idol works.
Hey, do you want to go to the corner store? Yeah, let's drive. No, I wanted you to carry me. What are you talking about? These are not. You're crazy.
No, it feels insane to have the power of an immunity, a full-on immunity, be locked in the requirements of a bullet.
It's not the power of immunity. It's just a bullet that you don't. It is the bullet.
No, but it's being legally recognized. This is a
Yep.
legally recognized immunity, so it has power. It is something we've agreed on.
Yeah, it has the power of
use-
the powder in the case, and the rifling of the barrel. That's the power.
Well, wait,
That's
did
the
the
only
city
power it has.
issue? Did the city issue these? Who's making the
Um,
immunity bullet?
Eric's already displayed how it has power outside of that. Like he walks around with it on a necklace, pointing it at people, scaring the shit
Yeah,
out of them. It's got
exactly.
the power of intimidation for sure.
Yes.
Wait, does my immunity bullet hold in a court of law?
All right,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's my point is like we've authorized a value to this bullet. I think it's dumb that you have to fire it at the thing you're being immune for.
This is
What
So
kind of
this is-
immunity would you be after?
Let's say, I don't know, you steal a car. I can't shoot the car and then
You could shoot the window to get into it.
Yeah, but I'm going to be tried. If I get caught stealing a car, my concern isn't the charge of damage on the vehicle.
How about this?
All right.
You can shoot the cop to get away.
That,
Don't worry about it. You're immune.
no, that doesn't work.
I like the idea that you're annoyed that you'll only ever get charged for entering but not breaking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You were
I
given like a genie wish, and then you went, I don't like this genie wish.
Well,
And,
no,
like
it's so much cooler if it's like a flare. Like you just committed a crime or did something, or maybe
right.
you don't
and
even want
that's
it
why
to be a
he didn't
crime.
say, "Here's your immunity flare." He said, "Here's a bullet you can fire out of a gun."
Yeah, a no questions
But
asked bullet.
But saying that does not mean you have to fire the gun at the thing to make it immune.
But if you wanted to put down Christopher Reeve's horse with it, perfect.
You're
Straight
immune.
back in
Here,
the portal.
think of it this way, Andrew. You're immune from the consequences of firing the gun.
Do you want it to be
Yeah,
an
but-
immunity gun with one shot?
I don't understand why you guys are overcomplicating this.
What?
Oh,
You
we
do-
overcomplicated.
What?
You commit the crime.
Wow.
You commit the crime, and
the
then you
bullet.
say, or doesn't even have to be a crime. You're having a dinner, you burn all the steaks. You don't want to be responsible for it. You fire the immunity bullet, and everyone's like, "Oh, we can't be mad at him."
No, that's an immunity idol you're describing. You're conflating two things. This is literally a bullet that fires, and you're immune from the consequences of firing the gun.
You're on the hook for the burnt steaks. You're only immune from the hole that you made in the ceiling.
Okay, well then give me an immunity grill. Then I'm happy. Give me some immunity grates, and I'm good.
Immunity greats.
So
I can't-
Andrew would turn down the immunity gun and bullet.
I'm never gonna use this bullet. This bullet is bullshit. This is a dumb bullet.
You don't have to use it. I was asking.
Then
if
why
you
do I
would used
have
it already.
this? Why am I designated a thing I'm never gonna use?
Because you can if you want to.
I have to get a gun. No, I need to get a gun. Listen, we're not all in the fucking States. I have to file forms. I have to get approved. I can't just go to Walmart. This is
Nobody
a whole thing.
said immunity was easy.
You made a bullet that you can fire that gives you instant immunity.
Yeah,
That's
they're
pretty
done.
easy.
Gavin's done 99% of the work. All you got to do is fill out a form.
I have to buy a gun. I have to clean
Gavin
it.
handled the
And then
magic
have to
of the
buy a
whole thing.
safe for
That's
the
so
gun?
much more complicated.
I don't like hypotheticals
wait, no,
anymore.
no, wait. I bumped into your vehicle. Step away for a minute. I need to fire at it, so I'm okay. Like, what is this?
It
is
doesn't
stupid.
cancel out something you've already done. It is
Okay.
the thing that's
Oh, okay. I got it.
happening.
No, I got it. Understand.
Christ alive.
I got it.
I don't know what to do.
Are all movies filmed in the third person?
No.
Yes.
We have to end this episode. This is over. Save
But
that.
why?
This is done.
Is so fun.
This is done. We have to save it for the next one. This is it.
Okay.
I never want to talk about this again.
I absolutely
Sounds
agree
like a
with
good
you,
time to
Gavin.
use your immunity bullet.
Oh man, I had a whole thing I wanted to talk about ordering fast food at the airport too.
Write
Oh,
it down.
well. Yeah.
What's the deal?
Wrap it up.
Kind of.
Immunity bullets.
Yeah, but think about this. You know how when you order something at the fast food restaurant, like let's say at the airport, like say the Burger King, everybody loves. Have you ever noticed how many times you look at the receipt between when you buy the thing and then they give you the food? It's like your order 691. I bet I looked at that receipt 3,000 times when I was at the Chicago airport the other day. And I looked around and I realized everybody else does it too. Why do we constantly have to check the receipt?
Is it because you haven't remembered your number enough and you keep looking at it?
I guess so, but you would think 3 digits you would remember it instantly, and you know it is. But I'm like 691, 691, 691, 691.
I think if it was a funny word, it would be a lot better.
Do you think we should replace the numbering system with a word system? Like instead of getting 691, you get like quack.
Yeah, or immunity bullet. I wouldn't need to look for my
Let's just
receipt
put
all
it
at
in a
once.
fucking bullet.
I like that.
Because we're doing
I like
everything
that.
with bullets now. Let's just fire bullets everywhere.
You use the bullet analogies all the time.
Yeah, but not in that way.
You said you've always fired the bullet already. There's always nothing you can do about it.
The missile's been sent. The clocks were fired.
All right. Well, thanks for listening. Patreon.com/TheRegulationPod. Thank you so much for everyone subscribing there. Check out some supplemental stuff we have coming out. Really excited for the Crew Toff. Did you check that one out over on the YouTube channel? Really appreciate your guys' support. We couldn't do it without you. I know what I would do with my immunity bullet right now. All right. Bye, guys. See you next time. Bye.
Stop overlooking at receipts. We don't need to.
And thanks for 100,000 subs on YouTube. We got a silver play button. It's lovely.
Oh, that was pretty cool too.